This is Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., a member of the Democratic Party who is the President-elect of the United States 2020. He will assume office on January 20th, 2021 alongside Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. Biden served as the 47th Vice President of the United States from 2009 until 2017. You are watching People Exclusive. This is a story of Biden, who represented Delaware in the U.S. Senate from 1973 to 2009. Biden was born on November 20th, 1942 at St. Mary's Hospital in Scranton, Pennsylvania, to Catherine Eugenia Biden and Joseph Robinette Biden Sr. He was the first of 4 siblings in a Catholic family with a sister and 2 brothers. His mother was of Irish descent. Biden attended the Archmere Academy in Clement, where he was a standout halfback and wide receiver on the high school football team. He helped lead a perennially losing team to an undefeated season in his senior year. He played on the baseball team as well. Academically, he was an above-average student, was considered a natural leader among the students, and was elected class president. He graduated in 1961. Biden earned his bachelor's in 1965 from the University of Delaware with a double majors in history and political science, graduating with a class rank of 506 out of 688. In 1964, he met and began dating Nyla Hunter. He told her he aimed to become a senator by the age of 30 and then president. He studied at the University of Delaware before receiving his law degree from Syracuse University. He became a lawyer in 1969 and was elected to the Newcastle County Council in 1970. He was first elected to the U.S. Senate from Delaware in 1972 when he became the 6th youngest senator in American history. Biden was re-elected 6 times and was the 4th most senior senator when he resigned to assume the vice presidency in 2009. He voted in favor of the resolution authorizing the Iraq War in 2002 but opposed the surge of U.S. troops in 2007. On August 27, 1966, Biden was still a law student. He married Nyla Hunter in 1972. They had 3 children. During 1968, Biden clerked for 6 months Wilmington law firm headed by prominent local Republican William Prickett. In 1969, Biden resumed practicing law in Wilmington, first as a public defender and then at a firm headed by Sid Bellick. He also started his own firm, Biden & Walsh. Corporate law, however, did not appeal to him, and criminal did not pay well. He supplemented his income by managing properties. Later in 1969, Biden ran as a Democrat for the Newcastle County Council on a liberal platform that included support for public housing in the suburban area. He won by a solid 2,000 vote margin in the usually Republican district and in a bad year for Democrats in the state. He served on the county council for 2 years from 1970 to 1972 while continuing his private law practice. Biden's entry into the 1972 U.S. Senate election in Delaware presented a unique circumstance. Biden's campaign had virtually no money and was given no chance of winning. It was managed by his sister Valerie Biden Owens and staffed by other family members. His campaign issues focused on withdrawal from Vietnam, the environment, civil rights, mass transit, more equitable taxation, healthcare, the public's dissatisfaction with politics as usual, and change. He won the November 7, 1972 election in an upset by a margin of 3,162 votes. At age 30, the minimum age required to hold the office, Biden became the 6th youngest senator in U.S. history and one of only 18 who took office before turning 31. On December 18, 1972, a few weeks after the election, Biden's 5 and 1-year-old daughter Naomi were killed in an automobile accident. Biden's son Bo and Hunter survived the accident and were taken to the hospital in fair condition, Bo with a broken leg and other wounds, and Hunter with a minor skull fracture and other head injuries. In 1975, Biden met Jill Tracy Jacobs, who grew up in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, and would become a teacher in Delaware. They had met on a blind date arranged by Biden's brother. On June 17, 1977, Biden and Jacobs were married by a Catholic priest at the chapel at the United Nations in New York. They have 1 daughter together, Ashley Blazer, born 1981. Biden's elder son, Bo, became Delaware Attorney General and an Army Judge Advocate who served in Iraq. His younger son, Hunter, became a Washington attorney and a lobbyist. Bo died at 46 after a 2-year battle with brain cancer. At the time of his death, Bo had been widely seen as the frontrunner to be the Democratic nominee for governor of Delaware in 2016. 1988 Presidential Campaign. He was attempting to become the youngest president since John F. Kennedy. When the campaign began, he was considered a potentially strong candidate because of his moderate image. In September 1987, the campaign ran into trouble when he was accused of plagiarizing a speech that had been made earlier that year by Neil Kinnock. Biden was a longtime member of the U.S. Senate Committee on the Judiciary. He chaired it from 1987 until 1995, and he served as ranking minority member on it from 1981 until 1987, and again from 1995 until 1997. Biden had voted against authorization for the Gulf War in 1991, siding with 45 of the 55 Democratic senators. He said the U.S. was bearing almost all the burden in the anti-Iraq coalition. Biden was a strong supporter of the 2001 war in Afghanistan, saying, "Whatever it takes, we should do it." Regarding Iraq, Biden stated in 2002 that Saddam Hussein was a threat to national security, and there was no option but to eliminate that threat. 2008 Presidential Campaign. Biden made remarks during the campaign that attracted controversy. On the day of his January 2007 announcement, he spoke of a fellow Democratic candidate and Senator Barack Obama. "I mean, you got the first mainstream African American who's articulate and bright and clean and nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man." This comment undermined his campaign as soon as it began and significantly damaged his fundraising capabilities. Since shortly following Biden's withdrawal from the presidential race, Obama had been privately telling Biden he was interested in finding an important place for him in a possible Obama administration. Biden declined Obama's first request to vet him for the vice presidential slot, fearing the vice presidency would represent a loss in status and voice from his Senate position, but subsequently changed his mind. In early August, Obama and Biden met in secret to discuss a possible vice presidential relationship, and the two developed a strong personal rapport. Barack Obama announced that Biden would be his running mate. On November 4th, 2008, the Obama-Biden ticket won 365 electoral college votes to McCain-Palin's 173 and had a 53 to 46% edge in the nationwide popular vote. Allegations of inappropriate physical contact. By 2015, a series of swearing-ins and other events where Biden had placed his hands on women and girls and talked closely to them attracted the attention of both the press and social media. In one case, a senator issued a statement afterwards saying about his daughter, "No, she doesn't think the vice president is creepy." On February 28, 2016, Biden gave a speech at the 88th Academy Awards to do with awareness for sexual assault. He also introduced Lady Gaga. There have been multiple photographs and videos of Biden engaged in what commentators consider to be inappropriate proximity to women, including kissing and touching. Biden has described himself as a tactile politician and admitted that this behavior has caused trouble for him in the past. An image of Biden in close proximity to Stephanie Carter during her husband's swearing-in as Secretary of Defense in 2015 resulted in a mocking epithet that was widely repeated. Carter defended Biden's depicted behavior in a 2019 interview. In March 2019, former Nevada Assemblywoman Lucy Flores alleged that Biden kissed her without her consent at a 2014 campaign rally in Las Vegas. On January 12, 2017, Obama surprised Biden by awarding him the Presidential Medal of Freedom with distinction during a farewell press conference at the White House honoring Biden and his wife. Obama said he was awarding the Medal of Freedom to Biden for faith in your fellow Americans, for your love of country, and a lifetime of service that will endure through the generations.